Hi, my name is Samoylenko, and this is my presentation on Thanos' development. The first stage is prenatal. The teratogen that he was affected by is tobacco, which is nicotine and is generally smoked or chewed. So how did he get exposed? Well, my wife smokes, and she smoked while he was still in the womb, while she was still pregnant. So that's how he was affected. Some possible side effects is that his veins might be constricted, and he might not receive a lot of the essential nutrients that babies need while they're growing. So how can we prevent this? Well, we have to just stop my wife from smoking in the first place. Next stage is infancy and toddlerhood. Um, Thanos received Apgar score right out of the womb. He got a 7, which means he's healthy and was not affected by the nicotine, tobacco. Um, Now he's 3 months, 3 weeks old. He's able to hold his head straight um, and develop some skills, some control over his body, and grasp some small objects. So what's next? Well, he should start being able to roll from his back to his side, and he'll develop more motor skills in a few months. The next stage is early childhood. Here we talk about Piaget's adaptation, such as assimilation and accommodation, um, which essentially means that the infants are processing information and putting new information into schemes and then accommodating these schemes by changing them with new information and putting new information in. And that's how their cognitive ability develops using those schemes. Equilibrium essentially means they have good understanding, while disequilibrium, they're confused about the state of the world. Thanos specifically, I gave him broccoli and carrots, and he put them into the scheme for vegetables. And then at age 6, I gave him more celery, and he was able to accommodate by putting the celery into the vegetable scheme. I later gave him a dumbbell, and he created a new scheme. Graphic image. Stage 4, early childhood and middle childhood. Here he develops fine motor control. First, scribbles. Then he starts to create actual forms at age 3, essentially creating lines instead of scribbles and creating boundaries and objects. And at age 5, he'll start to create realistic images. Here we have a drawing from him at age 3, representational forms where he has boundaries and lines, but not a lot of detail, not very realistic as compared to this monkey at age 5 that has an identifiable head and body. Stage 5, we have education and cognitive development, which we'll talk about the 4 educational philosophies. Traditional, which is, as it says, where a teacher lectures, students take tests and quizzes. Constructivist, the teacher still remains a facilitator, but they start to learn using hands-on activities and inquiry, asking questions. Social constructivist, where they learn through group work, but they still have guided instruction, while cooperative is just mainly collaborative. So for Thanos, I chose constructivist. I think it strikes a great balance between social and um, still having an educator to teach them. Adolescence to adulthood is the last stage. And here we go over Erik Erikson's theory for psychosocial development. Um, in terms of the 8 stages of human development, we're going to be focusing on the identity versus role confusion stage, which happens when they become teens. So when Thanos becomes a teen, he'll start to question his culture and identity. Here we have James Marcius for identity statuses, which are defined on the slide. But the ones we'll take a look at for Thanos are moratorium and achievement. So for moratorium, Thanos is now in college, but he is starting to question who he is and doesn't really know who he is, what his values are, or his identity. On the next postcard here, he's finally achieved achievement, and he knows who he is. He knows what he wants to do. He wants to be a veterinarian. He loves animals. He's in a Chinese culture club. He's very social and has lots of friends. And here's just 7 fun or interesting facts about Thanos, just some fun extra information. We have his report card here. A lot of information that I wrote out for him, including his favorite color being purple, and a little cartoon image of him, Thanos. Thank you for listening. about it.